Hey, howdy. Welcome back to another edition of my show, Support Local Bands. All right, this is a quick one. Just wanted to throw this out there where you can find me. Um, Again, I do go live every day, or at least try to get you people to, go out, support local bands. Um, Local bands are an intricate part in the music scene. They are where every national act comes from, to be quite honest. I mean, without a national act starting out in a local independent scene, I don't think they would exist. You know, and the lucky ones who are discovered just by happenstance or chance are awesome, and they have an even crazier story to tell because, that's just luck, and that's the way sometimes it works. However, there are local bands that, grind and work hard on every day, and they push themselves to no living end, and they bust their backs and they break their time away from family, or, they make sacrifices that normal people wouldn't make just because it's something they truly love, and they envision themselves one day being a famous band traveling the world and celebrating their music and their journey with their fans. And to not support the local bands, to just go out and go see the national acts is sad, because it really truly means that you're only concerned with all that flash, pop, and pizzazz, which I think, is nice, but it doesn't, you know, all mean something, all genres of music, and, whether it's national or non-national, independent or major label, it's still important to see. And just in the Lehigh Valley alone, there's over 100 different bands, probably thousands of different bands, to be honest. And they're all trying to do the same thing that the next band is, and the next band is, and the next band. And that's to get their music heard at concerts that they do, at shows that they do, when they put it on iTunes or Google Play or Spotify, or however you hear them. They appreciate it when you support them. Like me and myself, I'm currently live here speaking to you guys. And, I talk about a lot of different bands. And there's a lot of bands that are not yet discovered. And, when they are, people are like, oh, okay, well, they're all right. No, you should take a chance to listen to them, because maybe one day you'll get to hear the next Taylor Swift or Carrie Underwood or somebody in that genre that you enjoy listening to. Because without somebody taking a chance, like what happened with, Taylor Swift making the right connections, or, American Idol to bust Carrie Underwood out into the world, or, it's easy if you can make it through those type of shows or have the right connections. But in the meantime, it's always nice to show love to the local bands who haven't yet hit that ground running and moving forward. And, they enjoy your support. And there's a lot of local bands that are around the area, a lot of local artists, whether it's country, rock, heavy metal, thrash, dubstep, whatever is your preference, go out and enjoy a show with them. And, there's a lot of local supporters around the area that, will showcase local talent. There's a lot of good people out there who enjoy, the music scene. For instance, Alexis Steele, she is a big influence in this area. She enjoys doing that with Steel Notes Magazine, Steel Waves Radio, and all that. She is a big supporter, along with her partner and the other half of the Dynamic Divas, Josie Jancy. They are awesome. They do shows every Thursday called the Dynamic Divas Show, and they try to feature a lot of local artists on that show to help promote and push them, and get them some recognition. There's another show, I think it's called The Balcony. I forget who hosts it, but they try to put other artists on there, and there's the Fire and Ice show with Tracy Levitt. There's just a whole bunch of local people that support local bands. And, you know, I myself being a band manager of two awesome bands, Horizontal from Jersey and Vitruvia from Pennsylvania. Both are kick-ass bands, both rock. You haven't gone to see a show. Both have shows. Ironically, Sunday in Pennsylvania and Thursday in Jersey at the Stanhope House and Sportsman Cafe. But back to me and where to find me. So you can tune in and listen and comment and give a like, give a follow, find me somewhere. And this is just an updated quick list of where you can find me. I am right here on the Spreaker app. You can check me out under Lumberjack Chuck. You can check me out on Spotify, Apple, Google, Castbox, Podcast Addict, which is really cool because it's like a really big percentage of people that stream off of Podcast Addict. So check that out. As well as just now, I just got it, and it is really cool to see myself. Aside from being on Spotify, see myself on Speaker and Castbox and all that. It's really cool now to see myself outside of all that, just to see me on iHeartRadio. So you can check me out there. I will try and go live almost every day if I can, and, you know, talk on different topics, highlight some local bands, shout out. But, you know, any way you can get a hold of me and get down here and listen to it, I am on those different platforms, different formats. Give a follow, give a like, show some support. And hey, help me support local bands. Help me to help them. But, you know, that's it. So depending on your methodology, or, you know, whether you have an Apple phone or an Android phone, whichever way you can, hit me up and find me. You know, if you're a big Google fan, I'm on Google Podcast. If you're an iHeartRadio fan, I am on iHeartRadio Podcast. If you're an Apple user, I am on Apple Podcasts. You can catch me on Castbox. You can catch me on Spotify, you know, stream me or download my podcast on Spreaker here, and Podcast Addict. So with all that said, wrap it up, and, you know, support local, support me to help support local, help me to highlight and showcase those that I have missed. And if I've missed some of the bands, feel free to message me, tune in to my live show. It's, you know, I try to make it live every day to get some discussion, get some people to follow me. So, you know, if you can do that, that would be amazing. Outside of that, it's Chucky D. Love y'all. And remember, support local bands. They need it. It'll help them, and it'll make you happy once you hear how awesome they sound. Peace.